Donald Trump has just issued a warning to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky: fall in line or risk losing US support. But could this ultimatum backfire spectacularly? What if cutting off aid doesn't just hurt Ukraine, but also damages America's global influence? Today, we're breaking down 5 reasons why Trump's ultimatum to Zelensky could explode in his face. If Trump follows through on his warning and pulls back US military aid, who benefits the most? Vladimir Putin. Russia has been waiting for an opportunity to weaken Ukraine, and if the US stops supporting Kyiv, Putin gets a free hand to escalate the war with minimal resistance. And here's the kicker: the Kremlin is already praising Trump's comments. Russian officials have openly stated that they're counting on a change in US policy to help them achieve their objectives in Ukraine. This isn't just speculation. Russian propaganda outlets are amplifying Trump's statements, using them to demoralize Ukraine and strengthen their own narrative. Even worse, pulling US support would send a clear signal to other authoritarian regimes. If Russia can outlast Western pressure, why wouldn't China take the same approach with Taiwan? Why wouldn't Iran or North Korea become bolder? A weakened Ukraine isn't just a win for Russia, it's a shift in global power that authoritarian leaders worldwide are closely watching. Trump has repeatedly questioned NATO's role and suggested that European countries should take on more responsibility for Ukraine's defense. But if the US backs out, does that really mean Europe will step up? Or does it signal a weakening of Western unity? If America cuts Ukraine loose, European nations might see it as proof that the US isn't a reliable ally. NATO has already faced tensions over burden sharing, and this move could deepen existing fractures. Countries like Poland and the Baltic states, which have relied heavily on US defense assurances, might feel abandoned and start pursuing independent military policies, weakening NATO's collective strength. Worse, if America signals that it can withdraw support from a major European conflict, allies in Asia, such as Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan, might question their own security guarantees. If Washington backs out on Ukraine, who's to say it won't do the same elsewhere? The long-term result? A world where US alliances are less trusted, and American influence starts to erode in both Europe and the Indo-Pacific. The war in Ukraine hasn't just been about geopolitics, it's been a massive business for the US defense industry. Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, and Northrop Grumman have raked in record-breaking profits, with billions flowing into contracts for advanced weapons systems, artillery, and missile defense. In short, this war has been a gold rush for the military-industrial complex. But if Trump pulls the plug on Ukraine aid, the money stops flowing. No more billion-dollar contracts for tanks, Javelin missiles, or air defense systems. And guess what? The military-industrial complex doesn't take financial losses lightly. Defense contractors have immense lobbying power in Washington, and they're not afraid to use it. If the arms industry starts losing money, we could see intense political pressure on Trump to reverse course, perhaps even from within his own party. The defense sector has powerful allies in Congress, and losing Ukraine as a weapons market could disrupt supply chains, cause job losses, and even affect US military readiness. In the end, Trump may find that cutting aid to Ukraine isn't just a foreign policy decision, it's a battle with one of the most influential industries in America. If Trump pulls US aid from Ukraine, the message won't just be heard in Kyiv, it will be heard around the world. America's adversaries will see this as a green light to test US resolve in other geopolitical flashpoints. If Washington steps back from Ukraine, what is stopping China from accelerating plans for Taiwan? What's stopping Iran from expanding its influence in the Middle East? Cutting Ukraine loose might not stop wars, it could start new ones. History has shown that US disengagement often creates power vacuums that lead to more chaos. Look at what happened in Afghanistan in 2021. When US forces left, the Taliban took over within weeks. If Trump pulls out of Ukraine, Russia won't be the only one watching. The world's biggest geopolitical players might start making their own moves, creating a domino effect that the US can't control. If Trump pulls US aid from Ukraine, European nations won't just sit back and hope for the best, they'll start arming themselves at record levels. For years, the US has been the backbone of NATO's security structure, but if Washington steps away, expect a massive military buildup across Europe. Countries like Germany, Poland, and the Baltic states will likely ramp up their weapons programs, investing in tanks, missiles, and advanced air defense systems. But here's the issue. When nations rapidly expand their militaries, it doesn't always lead to stability. More weapons mean more tensions, and Europe could see a new arms race that increases the risk of conflict rather than preventing it. And this isn't just about Europe. A militarized EU could change global security forever. If countries start acting independently of the US and NATO, the balance of power shifts. Could we see a Europe that no longer depends on America for security? If so, Trump's decision won't just weaken Ukraine, it might redraw the global defense order. So, is Trump making a bold move or a massive mistake? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video insightful, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.